How to make and use a rubric. So if in course tools and course admin, you will come to this sheet, the course administration page, and down in the assessments area, there's rubrics. And I'm going to click on create a new rubric and give it a name. Now it has default levels. I can change those if you want. If I want to say an A, a B, a C, or I could say excellent, good. But I'm just going to go with the levels that they have. And you can also change the criterion if you want. They have these default points, but you can and all columns have the same points. However, you can change it to have custom points where each column has their own points. I'm going to go back to just regular points. And then this overall score you can override if you want, just to have one level. Typically, when people use rubrics, they just use the detailed one and don't have an override. And so now that I'm done, it actually saves it while I'm working, so I can just close it and it's still there. And then when I make an assignment, and I go into an assignment, like I could make a new one. And then as soon as I make it graded, I have to give how many points I'm giving to this assignment. But in the evaluation and feedback area, if I expand that, I can add a rubric, and I can either create a brand new one here or add existing. And if I add existing, there's the one that I just made. And save and close. Oh, I'm going to make it visible to my users because I'll show you how to use the rubric. So this is from a student's perspective. They go into this assignment too, and they can see the rubric that I've made and how they're going to be evaluated. And then I'm going to add a file to this. It's in my computer. I'm going to upload it, and there it is. It's a poster assignment. And I'm going to add it, and I'm going to submit it. There. Now the student has submitted it. Back as the instructor, I can see that I have one submission in this assignment. If I go to assessment assignments, and I can click on that. I also could click the down arrow here and view the submissions. And there's the first submission. And if I evaluate this student, I'll see the document that they've posted here on this side. If I click on it, converts it into a visible thing that I can assess. And then if I click on the rubric, I can either get the short version, and the advantage of the short version is that it's right here. It's only taking part of my screen. And they can click on the criterion 1, you got full grades, but you can also modify this. So this is a 4 and this is 3, but I kind of am going to give them a 3.5 here. So I'm going to still give them the top mark, but I'm going to change this to be 3.5, type in what I want. And for criterion 2, I'm not going to override it. I like what it's done. And criterion 3 is full marks. And so that's what the total is. I can override that if I want, but I'm not going to. And I can also provide feedback. I can even upload a document if there's something I want to provide more full feedback, or I could record a video or audio and then publish. A student will see by default the grade that they achieved, and they can even see the rubric and what they earned in the rubric. Now, what if I didn't want to show students yet? What I could do is before I grade my work, I could go into grades, and I could go into this column, assignment 2 that I made, and go into the properties of assignment 2, actually edit it, and I could hide it from my students. Show display options. Hide under restrictions. And then a student will not yet see that assignment. So that's how to make a rubric and use it for grading.